And here's something different. A 200-year-old theory was recently confirmed about the way we view art. According to new research, once something is labeled art, humans automatically change their neural and behavioral response toward the object. Now, in studio to discuss these findings is I-24 News correspondent Maya Margit. Maya, thanks so much for being here.
Sure.
So how do you even begin to carry out a study like this?
So basically, if you were shown a giant pile of trash and were asked how you felt about it, after you were told that it was actually a deep, complex work of art, you would actually feel differently about that giant pile of trash, according to this study.
According to the study.
Yeah, so basically what happened is at Rotterdam's Erasmus University in the Netherlands, 24 volunteer participants were shown 120 photographs or so. Half of them are what you would normally consider to be pleasant, the other half are considered to be unpleasant. And they were grouped into 3 different categories, these pictures: fictitious, art, and real. So so basically they told the students that some of the images were art and others were not, and then they measured their brain response with an EEG.
Mm-hmm. And what did they find?
So they found out that actually the brain responds completely differently to something when it knows that it is art. So even if you're shown a bloody image of a fight or something, if you're told that it is art, you won't have as much of an emotional response to it. Also, you will find something more attractive and likable if it's art. Even if it's the same image, if you're told that it's art, you will find it more attractive.
And so what are the implications of these findings? Are we going to have more artists, throwing piles of trash on the floor and calling it art? I'm kidding.
Well, they're already doing
what
that.
What are the implications?
Actually, artists are already doing that, and it's kind of interesting that you bring that up because someone carried out a similar experiment on their own at the San Francisco Museum of Art. Someone just took off their glasses, they put it in the middle of the gallery floor, and they wanted to see what people would do.
No.
And so everyone in the gallery started taking pictures of these glasses on the floor, and they thought it was like an artwork. They thought it was part of the exhibition.
Wow.
So what's interesting about this is that it confirms a 200-year-old theory, as you mentioned, by Immanuel Kant. In 1790, Immanuel Kant said that you need emotional distance from art to appreciate it. This means that maybe your brain, when there's some kind of distance, you can look at something more objectively. You can look at the form, you can appreciate the color. If you know something is real, it's not the same kind of response.
And if you think it's art, I guess you approach it that it was done with purpose, and so you're trying to appreciate the work that went into it, right?
Exactly. So the context is really important, and of course they still don't really know what it means because they also looked at films and documentary films in this experiment, and they found out that films and documentary films actually don't have the same effect as pictures.
Interesting. Maya, thanks so much for this, opened my mind to this entire idea. Thank you.
No problem.